Good morning and welcome to Game 4 of the Vegas Sin Bin Hockey Tournament. Game 4 today being played against the OCHC, different team than the OCHC. The Gales played against in the Silver Six tournament. That game being a 1-1 tie. Wasn't able to stream Game 2 and 3 yesterday due to other commitments. Results of that. So early game yesterday was against the McKinney North Stars AA team. Resulted in a 3-4 loss. And a very close game that got a little heated at the end, led to a couple suspensions. The second game yesterday, Game 3, was against McKinney North Stars A team, which was a 4-3 win for the Gales. Gales currently in third place in the standings. OCHC is number 1. McKinney's AA is number 2. The Gales third. McKinney's A fourth, and Faith Lutheran fifth for your standings. Only one possible game later today, which will be against Seed 1 and Seed 2 at 3:20 Pacific time. That will Gales currently out of the running for that. Based on the math, the boys will need to have a solid win today against the top-ranked team in the tournament. Full roster. Yesterday, we're missing a few players. Morning game, Davis was out, again, prior commitments. And Creel was out serving a suspension from Game 1. And then, from what I understand, Liam Marsh and Tyler Martin were suspended during that game and missed the second game yesterday. All suspensions served, back in full force. Believe Kelly will be in net unless they change things up yesterday. A couple more minutes here, and then we'll get the game underway. As a reminder for those abroad, game is played in two 22-minute periods with a ice cut in between, be about a 10-minute break. Both teams, the teams will be playing on their own side. They will not switch sides in between periods. All right, getting ready to kick this off. All right, kicking off the game. It's like Kincaid at center, Dunnigan, Jennings on wing, Baldy and Martin in. A little extra at the beginning of the game with Dunnigan here. Refs telling them to back off. Two refs for the game today. OC comes away with the face-off win, goes for a defensive regroup, and trying to work it through the neutral zone. Picked up by Baldy, chipped back in the neutral zone. Kincaid tries tipping it around, but pushed off the puck. Dunnigan goes in for a hit. Puck back into the Gales' defensive zone. Back behind the goal line, Martin has it. Dangles around, just push off the puck. Jennings tries chipping it up, but picked off and sent back deep. Baldy has it. Baldy brings it around along the boards, the blue line, angles it, but picked off. Picked off by Jennings in the offensive zone. Jennings working back behind the goal line. Got Kincaid at the center. Puck loose. Tritton pushes up. Unable to come away with it as the OCHC bring it through and send it for a change. OCHC are able to get there first. First man opts not to grab it. OCHC dingles around. And Jennings flicks it up and out of play. Gales complete the change. Davis, Creel, and Tritton in. Posner sends it around. Miller chips it up. Almost out of play. It's up the blue line. Still in. Gales can't get there in time. Shot off the leg of Posner. Evan Davis in. Sorry, not Miller. Colin Davis sends it back to Evan. Evan sending it back to Posner. Tritton going to get there first. Posner backhands it around. Davis kicks it with his feet. Davis brings it around up into the neutral zone, and it's a foot race. Davis trying to battle. Back behind the goal line. Couldn't get it, but Tritton's in battling. Davis comes through. Chipped out. Almost out. Davis battling. Sorry, Shiberta in now. O'Hara sends it. Hits Davis. Davis sends it back. Couldn't get it deep enough. And the OCHC bring it in. Davis able to get the poke check off. OCHC comes away with it still. Shot blocked by Shiberta. Puck loose back along. Keeps it up. And that's going to be played. No icing. Johnson. Marsh. And where's our extra? Swanson. And comes back to Swanson. Swanson walks up. Shot off the pad. Loose in front. Marsh couldn't get anything. Marsh shot. Marsh and Johnson battling. Marsh back check and a hard hit along the blue line. Martin in a foot race back behind the goal line. And they're going to call a hook on Martin. All right. Gales on the penalty kill. OCHC wins it. Wind up for a shot along the blue line. Off to send it back along the boards for an angle. Back to the blue line and a missed pass. As Marsh goes in. Missed pass. Marsh has it. Still battling. Brings it, sends it back behind the goal line. OCHE is able to regroup, looking for a breakout. Cash Johnson pressing. Back to the blue line, couldn't handle it. Marsh with a hard check right along the corner. Shot wide of the net. Comes back out to the blue line. Defenseman grabs it, sends it over. Doesn't know Marsh is there. Picked up in front, loose. Back into the blue line, still in. Baldy unable to hold it. Baldy sends it up and out. No icing. Couché. Shot. Wide of the net. Swanson and Couché in now. O'Hara. It gets a stick on it. Loose in front. Shot. Loose in front. Can't find it. And Evan Davis flicks it around. Picked back up by OCHC. Orange County goes for a change on the defense, but they don't have anybody on that side. Off to center. Couldn't get there. Couldn't pick it up and cleared it themselves. Davis off. O'Hara off. Posner and Baldy in with Kincaid and Jennings. FCAC trying to set something up. Sends it back out to the blue line. Jennings pressing along the other side. Loose inside front. Dylan Kelly with the save. Puck still in play. Kincaid couldn't get there in time. Puck comes back around the other side. Almost picked up by Dunnigan. Picked up by Baldy. And Jennings brings it back around the goal line. Not sure if they're playing 16U or high school rules. Picked off Jennings' stick. Loose in front. Kincaid has it. And the Gales have a possible forecheck opportunity here. Short-handed as they're back 5-on-5. Great penalty kill. Dunnigan hit, sends it back over to Kincaid. Kincaid sends it back out to Evan Davis. Evan Davis winds up, hits the skates of the other player. O'Hara has it, chips it up. And looks like we're playing 16U rules today. Game 1 was played high school rules. This time we're going to play 16U rules. All right, Tritton, Creel, and Davis with O'Hara and Evan Davis. Puck comes back out all the way to the net. Kelly sends it wide. Evan Davis has it. Sends it around to Creel. Creel trying to chip it out. Couldn't get there. Davis comes in for support. Flicks it back around to O'Hara. Comes back up to Tritton. Tritton trying to chip it up and out. Couldn't get enough on it. Hits Davis in the chest. Couldn't find it in his feet. OCHE sends it across the crease. No one there. Creel chips it up and out. Davis couldn't come away with it. Battle in neutral zone. And O'Hara chips it up. Gales battling. So 3-on-1. If they can get there, Creel charging the net. Nothing loose for him. And they decide to shove him. Creel not in the crease, but close enough that OCHE took some offense. Fresh legs on the ice. Johnson, Gibberta, Marsh with Martin and Baldy. They send out Johnson, bringing Gibberta. Liam able to kick it back behind the goal line. Flicks it center. Shot. Johnson sends it a little too high. Defense goes for a regroup. Stretch pass. No icing and covered by Kelly. Face off back in the defensive zone. Gales win the face-off, tried chipping it out, but picked off. Johnson couldn't get it. Puck center, tried to get it backhand, couldn't get it off. Marsh trying to get a poke check out. Couldn't get it. Gets tangled up along the boards. Martin trying to bring it around. Couldn't get a clear exit. Baldy drops down. Puck loose in front of the net. Gale's able to prevent a shot getting off. Loose in front. Off the post and out. No goal. Goalie was interfered with. Still in play. Back at the blue line. Shot wide of the net. OCHC trying to get another shot across. Back at the blue line. Shot. And Shiberta blocks it with his body. Puck just out of play. Trying to get a clear to get some change in there, even an icing at this point. Martin battling, trying to get the puck. He's singled up with Johnson. Puck's loose in front. Martin has it. Backhands it. Up and out. No icing. Gales are going to go for a change. Stretch pass. Back in zone. Shea able to stop it. Brings it in. He's got Frank Spancic at center. And OCHC tries to bring into the zone. O'Hare flicks it up and into the zone again. Swanson's going to be the first one in. Tries to get it into the center, but stick was on that before it got to the middle. Spancic sends it back. Boucher tries chipping out to the defenseman, picked off on its way over. Puck back out to Posner. Posner looking for a pass. Off to chip it up into the neutral zone. Miscommunication. So CHC comes away with it. Almost got a stick on that. Pick it off. O'Hara almost grabs in the neutral zone, but puck's going to end up deep in the Gales' defensive zone. Posner sends it back out to the winger. Shiberta now has it. Dangles around, brings it in. Couldn't get it. Kicks it. Hits the corner of the boards there. Not the spot you want to get hit. Evan Davis pressing. Keeps him on the outside. Shot loose in front of the net. No shot. Was able to get off. OCHC winds up again. Couldn't get a shot off. Sends it back to the blue line. Off the pad to Kelly. Evan Davis battles. Chips it up to Marsh. Marsh couldn't get it clear. Pucks back out to Shiberta and Marsh. Pucks in the neutral zone. Shot short side. Hits the net. Pucks in around. Hits boards. Goes wide. Shot. Kelly doing a great job seeing the puck through all the traffic. Shot goes through. Deflected, but wide. Baldy goes into the boards. Battling. Marsh has it. Kelly, again, flicks it out. Shiberta trying to flip it out. Couldn't get it to the winger. Shot off the shins of the Gales player. And Shiberta's going to go to the box. I believe they might call this interference. Definitely being called differently than game one. Gales going on the penalty kill. Martin and O'Hara in on defense. O'Hara and Zupancic in on offense. Sorry. Swanson and Zupancic on offense. Gales win it. Martin sends it around. Trying to clear the zone. Couldn't get there. Martin has it. Winds up. Shot. High hit on Martin, and that's going to be a penalty. It looks like it was contact to the head. Penalty against a giant of a player. All right, 1:45 remaining in the first penalty on Shiberta. Fresh 2 minutes up for OCHC. So we'll have a minute 45 of 4-on-4, and then 15 seconds of power play. Kincaid in with Jennings. Puck comes back up to Martin. Martin winds up. Had the corner. Goalie was just able to get the blocker in there. .11:16 remaining in the first period. First of 2 periods. Gales win it. Try sending it to Jennings, but picked off. O'Hara has it. Trying to get puck loose in front. Kincaid has it. Flicks it over to Jennings. Jennings takes it wide. Outside the dots. Benson is able to get in front of him. Posner and Martin in on defense. Posner gets tangled up with the ref. Martin. Ref jumps. Martin still trying to get it. Ref throwing some stuff off here. Shot off Padson wide. Kincaid coming off. Colin Davis coming on. Jennings coming off. And Tritton coming in. On the 4-on-4. Evan Davis and Posner. Pass up to Colin Davis, but picked off. Shot. Kelly sends it wide. 33 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Puck wide. Posner trying to chip it up to Davis. Davis couldn't settle it. Posner has it again, looking for an exit. Can't find anybody. Davis needs to pinch up. Doesn't. And puck's back in. Davis is coming back to it. Has it back behind the goal line. Sends it up and out. Tritton, first man in. Davis has it in the center. During the 15 seconds of power play, Davis trying to press and force a mistake. Creel comes in with Tritton. Puck back into the Gales defensive zone. Davis first one to get it. Davis whiffs on it. Opts to send it back, but nobody's there. Don't know what he's doing. O'Hara flicks around the neutral zone. Fresh legs right there. Stepancic has it. Chips it around. Still a 0-0 game. 9 minutes remaining. Pass across. Stick lifted. No shot able to get off. Loose in front. Blocked. Puck loose up in the air. Boucher has it. Angles it out. And in the neutral zone. Creel still on the ice. Baldy, it almost gets a poke check in. Enjoy that loose in front. Stepancic has it. Sends it over and across. Gales needing to get some connections in on both sides of the puck. Poke check by Schuberta as the Gales look to pick up some momentum. Posner has it now. Pass back out. Schuberta couldn't handle it. Just a little close to his legs. Johnson working outside the crease. And that is going to be an icing. First icing of the game. 7:59 remaining in the first period. Schuberta, Johnson, and Marsh with Martin and Baldy. Martin chips it up to Marsh, but bad angle. It's on the backside of him. OCHC brings it through the center. Puck back out to the blue line. Defenseman sends it across. Schuberta was there, couldn't get there in time, but puck was picked off on its way to the goal. Puck still in the zone and out. Puck back in the Gales defensive zone as Martin sends it around. Picked up by Baldy. Baldy sends it to Johnson. Johnson and Schuberta now working to the neutral zone. Johnson sends it. Puts a stick on the way over and softened up the dump. CHE's trying to send it across on the short side. Evan Davis now battling in the corner. Comes away with the puck. Sends it around. Jennings presses him. Shot wide of the net, possibly off the blocker. Off the leg of Johnson. Johnson down. Looks like it hit him in the side of the knee. Jennings has it, sends it out to Dunnigan. Couldn't field it. Dunnigan able to regain possession, sends it in, and goes to work. Jennings just tangled up back behind the goal line. And OCHC goes for a stretch pass, but picked off by Dunnigan. Oh, sorry. By the defenseman, Baldy. Sends it wide to Kincaid. Kincaid to Jennings. Jennings sends it deep, and they go for a change. Kincaid still in, working along the crease. And they're going to go ahead. I haven't seen Miller on the ice yet. Looks like right now we have O'Hara, Evan Davis, Colin Davis, Tritton, and I'm assuming Creel. Yes, Creel. Davis wins the faceoffs. O'Hara has it, chips it up to neutral zone. Unable to get there. OCHC goes for a regroup. O'Hara sends it across. Evan Davis sends it across. No one able to get there. Pass wide. Sent in the zone. And goal, OCHC. .5:12 remaining in the first half of the game. All right. Baldy, Posner, Swanson, Cruchet, and Zapancic. OCHC up 1-0. And no penalty on that. That would have been a tripping. OCHC shot, loose in front of the net, poked out. Zapancic has it. Got a stick on his. Shot. Actually sends it wide and into the corner. OCHC working back behind the goal line. Goes short side. Kelly deflects it wide. Boucher settles down the puck, brings it to the neutral zone, chips it in. Spancic working along the boards. Stretch pass could be picked off. Martin brings it up. Puck almost bounced into the crease. Stretch pass. Martin able to get the stretch pass as it was chipped in. And Schberta has it. Brings it through. Couldn't keep possession. No penalty. Johnson now working back behind the goal line. Marsh picked off by Johnson. Couldn't maintain possession. Marsh almost gets there. Miller couldn't get an edge at the blue line and beat the forward to the puck. Puck back out to the neutral zone. And Schberta sends it deep. No icing. Marsh first man in. Schberta gets a poke check. Couldn't get enough of it. Bosner working back behind the goal line. Puck comes out along the side. Schberta pinches up. Puck loose in front. Couldn't maintain possession. Shot. Goal. OCHC now up 2-0. All right. Dunnigan, Kincaid, and Jennings with Baldy and Martin. In the first half. Baldy trying to keep him outside the dots. And he does. OCHC brings around, sends it back to the blue line. Walks it across. Had a shot opportunity there, but it was a missed pass on OCHC side. OCHC sends it back to the blue line. Puck back out to the blue line. Jennings presses. Puck loose in front. And covered by Kelly. Creel, Tritton, Davison, as well as Evan Davis and Posner. Colin Davison for the faceoff. 2:33 remaining in the first half. OCHC wins the faceoff. Defense walks around. Evan Davis able to pick it up, sends it around the boards to Creel. Creel starts to get there. Puck back up to Davis. Davis couldn't chip it up and out. Loose in front, and goal. Dale's trying to find some momentum to build off of. Swanson, Crochet, and Spancic with Martin and O'Hara. OCHC gets pushed off the puck. Swanson has it. Shot. Loose in front. And goalie covers. .204 remaining. 3-0 OCHC. Crochet. Gales come away with the face. Battling. Martin poke checks. Spancic has it. Tries to send it up. Goes back through across the blue line. Martin trying to hold it across. Comes away with it. Look, chips it deep. Tripped up. And Gales are going to go on the power play. And looks like we may have lost the power play. Martin unable to see that he had drawn the penalty going in for a hit. Let's see how they're going to call this one. It's like penalty for... Oh, they're going to throw 2 Gales in the box and 1 OCHC. Let's see how they're going to do this. Looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3. 4-on-3, sorry. Ref's trying to figure out how we're going to do this. It's like 5-on-4. .130 remaining in the first half. Crochet in a face-off. Shot. Kelly with the save. Chips up and out. Marsh wasn't able to come away with it. Puck loose in front. Flipped up and out. And in the neutral zone as Marsh goes in for pressure. Posner and O'Hara and on defense. It's like Swanson and the other player are going to be in for a little bit for unsportsmanlike conduct. Martin serving penalty. 1:09 remaining. Shot off the glove of Kelly and wide. 34 seconds remaining in the half. Martin Sorry, no Martin. Posner has it, tries clearing it, couldn't get it. Shot and gloved by Kelly. Kelly having a phenomenal game overall. All right, Dunnigan and Johnson in to try to wrap up the period with Baldy and Evan Davison on defense. OCHC wins a faceoff, sends along the blue line. 19 seconds, shot wide of the net. OCHC looking for a re-good 14 seconds. Puck back out to the blue line. Johnson presses. Gets the stick in there. Can't get a shot off. Walk along the goal line. Try going short side. Nothing there. 4 seconds. Oh, Evan Davis couldn't get clear. Kelly with a save at the last second. Diving. And that is going to be the end of the half. We're going to do a 10-minute cut. 30 seconds still left on the penalty kill. The Gales trying to get some momentum into the second half of the game. All right, Gales returning to the ice. Boy, he's trying to get a quick warm-up in before we kick off the second half. Getting ready to finish this game up. It's 22 minutes remaining in the entire game. OCHC up 3-0. And playing fairly dominant the first half as Gale's trying to build some momentum. Don't have the shots on goal. Kelly has gotten quite a few shots in net and playing a very good game overall. Not really reflective of the score. Finishing out the first half with a diving save post to post. Grabbing it with the glove. As mentioned earlier, they are going to be playing on the same side as they were before. They don't switch sides in this tournament. Game going to start out with 30 seconds left in the Martin penalty, which consisted of Martin getting tripped at the blue line, bringing into the offensive zone, not seeing that he had drawn a penalty. OCHC got to the puck first. He hit him in the boards. Swanson and OC ganged up after that. And here we are. All right. OCHC comes away with the faceoff. Marsh, Johnson on the ice, as well as Posner and O'Hara. Sorry, Miller is in. And Johnson sends it on net. Miller seeing the first shift of the game. Puck loose out front and shoveled up and out of play. 3 seconds left in the penalty. Fresh legs on the ice, and the Gales are back to 5-on-5 play. Shot. Kelly sends it up, hits the netting, and out of play. All right. And Swanson back to the bench. To stoppage of play. Kincaid, Jennings, and Dunnigan. In offense, Kincaid wins it. Ball sends it around the boards. Jennings tries to get a poke check in. O'Hara battling one behind the goal line. Puck flicked out. Dunnigan trying to get it over to the center. Couldn't handle it. Let's see if she sends it across to the blue line. Shot. Hits O'Hara. Boys battling. Oh, Dunnigan sends it in along the boards, back behind the goal line. Dunnigan gets there first. Jennings on the other side. Dunnigan trying to send it to Jennings. Tripping, no call. Martin pinches up. He has it. Trying to get a shot off. Loose in front. OCHC able to grab that and send it around to the boards. Evan Davis chips it back deep to Jennings. Jennings sends it over Kincaid. Kincaid, the shot hits the OCHC player. And OCHC going in the offensive through the neutral zone. Evan Davis gets a poke check on it. Puck goes into the corner. Jennings, another hard hit. Puck flings back out over the stick, and they're going to call that icing. Fresh legs coming on the ice. It's like we got Miller, Posner, Colin Davis, Cash Tritton, and Cash Creel. Oh, maybe not. They're putting Jennings in the box for the hit. And we are on another penalty kill. 2-minute penalty, 20-10 remaining. And changing up the forwards. It's like Zapancic and Crochet coming in. OCHC wins the faceoff, has along the blue line, sends it down deep. We're going to call Jennings for roughing. That pass by OCHC to try to set something up. Shea trying to press along the blue line. Couldn't get there in time. Posner trying to get the stick in there. Both players choke up. Miller looking along. Miller able to come away. Then Miller sends along the boards. Back to the blue line. Picked up. Puck covered by Kelly. Keeping it a 3-0 game. 1:22 remaining in the penalty. Johnson. Sorry. Marsh takes face off. Got Swanson supporting. OCHC has it out in front. Sends it across. Dangled. And Kelly is able to get a stick on it and poke check it out. Kelly doesn't have a stick just outside the crease. Loose in front. Gale's getting bodies in there. Stick just in reach. Kelly picks it up. Regroups. Shot. Kelly stuffs it and covers. Baldy keeping six lifted just out front, preventing the shot from getting off. 52 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Evan Davis coming in, as well as O'Hara with Swan. It brings it back to the blue. Pass is wide. Evan Davis some pressure down deep. Sends it around the boards. O'Hara might get there first. Poke checks it out to Marsh. Marsh couldn't get enough on it. And puck sent up and into the netting. 34 seconds remaining. The penalty kill. Fresh defense coming up. It's like Miller and Posner. Fresh forwards with Creel and Colin Davis. Davis in at center. Creel on the strong side. Davis wins the faceoff. Puck back behind the goal line. We'll see if she has it. Puck loose out front. And high stick. Looks like Miller is now heading to the box. Going to be 5-on-3 for 14 seconds. Looks like we need to shed one player here. Creel coming off. Martin and Baldy in. As Martin took a 2-minute penalty for high sticking. Davis wins the faceoff. Baldy trying to clear, hits a player. Davis goes in and presses, hits shin to Davis. 5 seconds left. Battling back behind at the goal line. Martin backhands it out to the blue line. Davis working not to over pursue. Player comes in, Tritton on the ice now. As the other forward. Davis off Davis's legs and sent on net. Davis off the ice and Kincaid in. Gale's killing the 5-on-3. Martin trying to dangle the forward, gets tripped up. No call. Shot. Kelly with the save. Puck back out to the blue line. And they're going to go ahead and send OCHC to the box now for the extra slash on Kelly after the whistle. 1:05 remaining in the Miller high sticking penalty. Fresh 2 minutes for OCHC up on the board. All right, so we will have a followed by a minute power play. Frankie wasn't able to get to the line before they did the face-off. Ref was tired of waiting. OCHC working back behind their own goal line. Going for a stretch pass. Couldn't handle it. Poke checked. And they're going to call Hera for tripping. Refs calling it very tight this morning. Parents looking to let the boys play a little bit. All right, 4-on-3. Johnson in with Martin and Posner. OCHC comes away with the face-off win. Playing a game of how many players can we get in the box on both sides. Pass blocked by Johnson. 31 seconds. And Miller comes in. Pass Johnson looking the angles. Back out to the wall. Bad pass and out of play. 15 seconds. OCHC comes in with some speed. Stops. Looking to send back out to the blue line. Johnson not overcommitting. Back out to the wall. 3 seconds. 2. Off Kelly's pads. Posner battling. Able to come away with it. Sends it around the boards. And Crochet in as the fourth player. We have 49 seconds of 4-on-4. Crochet has it in front. Almost got a shot off right in front. Johnson now with Crochet, Martin, and Posner. Johnson able to get a poke check in there and keep him stuffed back in the defensive zone. Martin pinching up. Martin comes away with it. Playing very aggressive. Davis comes in, covering for defense. Davis picks it off. Couldn't get a shot off. Baldy with a hard hit. Puck loose out. Baldy tries clearing it. Gets picked off in the neutral zone. 18 seconds. A penalty kill. Chipped up. 5-on-4. 9 seconds. Evan Davis sends it up into the corner. It's going to be an icing. Nope, they're going to say no. Not sure the rules we're following today. Sometimes it's high school, sometimes it's 16U. Davis gets a poke check back into the neutral zone. Tritton and Creel in tow. Dingles around. Goes short side. Stuffed. Baldy has it. Sorry, Posner has it. Back behind the goal line. Down in front. Davis with the stick lift. Creel tries getting up to Tritton. Had to lift it up to get it. Davis chips it up and out. He's got the numbers if he can get it. 3-on-0 over to Tritton. Tritton goal! 3-1 now. Gales to Davis to Tritton on the breakaway. 14-27 as the Gales begin picking up some momentum. To shut out penalty kills and come away with a goal. Back on 5-on-5. Chipped up in the neutral zone. Glove by OCHC going for a defensive regroup. Jennings putting pressure. Forcing a bad pass. Another stretch pass to the blue line. Into the center. Bobbling. Martin comes away with it. Martin flicks it in. And that's going to be... Oh, they're going to wave that one off. Goalie comes out to field it. Dunnigan trying to get there. Jennings pinching up. Gets a stick, but not enough. Flicked out into the center. Baldy has it. Flips it back up to Jennings. Jennings brings it in. Sends it deep into the corner. Picked off. No interference call. They usually let the defenseman get a little touch in there. Ball dangle. Wide of the net. It's loose in front, though. Dunnigan has it. Trying to find an option here for passing. Sends it to neutral zone. Out of reach Jennings. Dunnigan puts pressure. Kincaid now. Boys trying to build some momentum off the goal by Tritton. Kincaid able to separate him from the puck. Shot wide. Jennings able to force. They couldn't get it. Unfortunately, Baldy unable to come away with it as he pinched up as a forward. Got to watch for too many men. Swanson now back at defense. Sending it out over to Zupancic. Zupancic looking for the center. Off to send it across. Couchet in, but just not in time. The boys try to avoid too many men. Shot off the pad of Kelly sent wide. Miller now working along the wall, sends it up, chips it over the stick, and it's a foot race. Swanson might get there. Solid forecheck. Bad pass as the boys try to force some bad passes on OCHC. Couchet and Swanson battling. Puck's loose. Swanson still goes into the corner. Frankie's along that other side. OCHE playing safe now. Trying to send along the boards and looking for a breakout through the center. 2-on-2. Posner has it behind the goal line. OCHE comes away with it, though. Tries centering it up there, but Miller able to get a stick on it. Bounces over the OCHE stick. This is some of the bounciest ice I've seen in a while. It's pretty piss poor for an AHL rink. Zupancic battling. Shot wide of the net. Gale's looking to get the clear here. 11:20 remaining in the period as OCHE off to send it wide. Defense chips up through the crease. No one there. Gloved and still in. Out to Spancic. Bezic trying to get it clear. Dumps it. And Gales go for a change. No icing. Johnson, Gibberta, and Marsh in. Marsh pinching up. Drop. Johnson almost gets a stop at the blue line. Martin chips it up to Johnson. Puck is bouncing everywhere, and they're going to call offsides as OCHE got hit at the blue line and couldn't crawl back. 10:45 remaining in the second half. Gale's picking up some momentum here. Johnson, Marsh, Gibberta. Martin has it. Chips it up and over. Glove by OCHC. Gibberta had a bit of a breakaway there. Players bunched up. Martin battling, playing very physical this afternoon, or this morning. Evan Davis and player get tied up. Puck separated. Evan Davis chips it around to Marsh. Marsh wasn't able to get it. Sent back deep. Davis sends it back up, and they're going to call that an icing. Puck's going to come on back as fresh players come on the ice. Creel, Tritton, Davis, along with Martin and O'Hara. Hoping to play a fairly clean game to finish this up. Davis into the face-off in the defensive zone. Davis comes away with it, chips it up and in the neutral zone. Tritton in pursuit. Tried to chip it. Davis couldn't get a heel in there. And puck makes it back in. Baldy has it. Sends it back over to O'Hara. Couldn't get the stick on it. Sends it back deep. Baldy pinches up to O'Hara. O'Hara. Davis chips it up to Tritton. Tritton now in a foot race. Baldy working on defense. Davis comes up to support. Kelly having an amazing game. Unfortunately, they don't have a shot counter here. Kincaid, Jennings, and Dunnigan in. OCHE able to keep it in play. Puck sent back out to Kincaid. Kincaid off to chip it into the zone. And Dunnigan goes in. Miller, Posner in on defense. Send it across. Goal! Goal, Dunnigan off the pass from Jennings. As the Gales make it 3-2. 9:23 remaining. Right. Starting to work their way in on an OCHC team that has been undefeated so far this tournament. 9:23 remaining. Boucher, Swanson, Zapancic with Miller and Posner. OCHC comes away, but Swanson gets the poke check. He's one-on-one. Shot, loose in front, poke checked, just wide. And they're going to ask them to tag up. As Swanson comes back out of the zone. Now we're playing high school rules. I don't know what. Save Kelly. Stretch across the crease on a soft shot to shut it down. Coach cycling players on quickly. Keep some fresh legs on here as the Gales try to build off the momentum over the second half of the game. Gales playing a very strong second half overall through the tournament. All right. Shot covered by Kelly. Loose in front, but no. Evan Davis sends it. Bounces up and out. Almost out. Marsh, Schuberta, and Johnson in, as well as Martin and Evan Davis. Poke check along the goal line. Evan Davis shovels it out to Schuberta. Schuberta chips it up. Couldn't get it out and got another one through the middle, but Johnson couldn't pick it up. Marsh trying to force a bad pass. Schuberta harassing people out there this morning. Martin pinching up. Lost his stick in process. Still playing without a stick. Shot. Evan Davis gets a stick in there and uses his body to prevent it. Too many boys down low. Back out to the blue line. Shot. Chipped. Loose in front. Covered. Loose in front. Still loose. Shot. Blocked again. Almost cleared. And still in, though, as the puck goes to the blue line. Martin working down low without a stick. Try to get a body in there. Try to kick something if need be. As Johnson working back behind the goal line. Gales really need a clear here. Shot off the shoulder of Martin and wide. Ice it. Needing to ice. Gets it over. Defense comes off. Schuberta has a one-on-one. Shot and covered. Forcing a face-off in the offensive zone. Creel, Davis, Tritton in with Baldy and O'Hara at the blue line. Gloved. Oh, drops it. Creel going around to pinch the other side. Davis tries to get in there. Couldn't. Stopped, though. Davis in pursuit. Davis trying to get a poke check in. They send it back. Tritton in pursuit. Creel now. So they go for a stretch pass. Kick back in by Creel accidentally. And it's back in the Gales defensive zone. The boys need to dig their way out of this. Out to Creel. Creel couldn't get to it in time. And puck's going to go back deep. Baldy looking for a passing option. Chips it up in the air to Tritton. No ice. Creel goes around, trying to come away with it. He's got Davis in center. Davis gets a stick in there. Couldn't get a clean exit. But it comes to the neutral zone. 3-on-2. Boys need a back check. Get a stick in there. Shot off the stick of Kelly and over the net. Creel chips it up. Davis couldn't get there as it was pinched off. And Gales are going for a change. Need to hurry. Need some players. Dunnigan comes in. Puck loose in front, though. Shot. Save. Kelly. Kelly having probably one of the best games of the year for him so far. It's Gales stuff it. I believe that was Kincaid. And it's going to be offsides. Let him tag up because this minute we're in high school and not 16U. Puck up and over the net, almost bounced back to Kelly. Flicked up and in the air, which has been a fairly successful strategy for Gales so far. Backhand stretch pass. Couldn't handle it. Poke checked. They're going to say it's in still. Kincaid goes into support. Off. Loose in front. No one can grab it because that puck is on a pogo stick. 5:20 remaining in the second half of the game. 3-2 favor of OCHC. Second half being very good for the Gales. Gales win the faceoff, but picked off in the neutral zone. They checked it up. Swanson trying to battle, gets picked off. Trichet comes away with it, dangles around, gets a shot, gloved, and goalie decides not to drop it, as there was an incoming Trichet. Defense right now, O'Hara and Baldy. Swanson, Trichet, and Spancic on forward. Face off. Gales won it, but picked off as the winger was tangled up. Sent across the crease, couldn't get anything there. Chipped out into the blue line, but couldn't get enough momentum on it. Shoveled up and out, gloved by OCHC. Couldn't handle it though, and Swanson's going to send it back. They're going to say no icing. It was just in the other half. Could have been an icing, but I'm not going to complain. 4:34 remaining in the second half, as the boys need to be hard. OCHC out of reach of OCHC. Chip back up again, bouncing puck. Neither team can really settle the puck here this morning. OCHC going for regroup and bring it to the neutral zone. Gales come away with it. Miller now walks it up, chips it in. He gets hit and hits the ref. And they're going to go ahead and call a penalty on interference on that one. As OCHC heads to the penalty box, and the Gales get a first full power play opportunity here. Miller, Martin, Tritton, Creel, and Colin Davison as they have a quick little powwow. As OCHC gets their players in line. Davison at faceoff. A critical one here. 3:43 remaining. Davis gets it over to the winger and back to Martin. Martin to Miller. Miller winds up. Shot and sent up and hits the netting. Good setup. Just need to get a little bit more traffic in front of the goalie. If only a 6-foot-something Davis would get in the way. Davis asking Miller to keep it a little lower. He's got the moneymaker up high. Back out to the blue line. Shot. Martin over the net. It's a foot race to get there. Davis has it. Sends it back. Martin chips it over back to Davis. Davis sends it back around. Creel trying to get there. Comes around to Miller, but got past him. There's lots of communication happening here. Martin takes it up himself. It's picked off, though. Boys try to figure out an option here. Sends it across to Martin, and the boys go on forward, forecheck. Martin brings it in, shovels it deep. Davis is going to be the second one there. Heard the coach yell ice, not sure what for. Back to Creel. Creel working down deep. Tritton in front, backhand shot. Couldn't get there. Miller pinches up, keep it in the zone. Boys need to get two men back there to hold on to this. Almost cleared. They're going to say no. Out of reach. Chip back in. 2:15 remaining. Pass back up to Dunnigan. Dunnigan with one goal already today. Shot, sends it across the crease. Baldy gets a shoulder on it and out of play. Face off, going to be in the neutral zone. Some indecisiveness on the Gales' part on the power play. 16 seconds remaining in the power play. Dunnigan, Kincaid, and Jennings in. Posner and Baldy. Baldy looking, sends it in deep. Bouncing puck because it's this rink. Another bouncing puck. Another bouncing puck. Jennings just out of reach of his stick. And they go ahead and ice it. They're going to say no, then yes, then no. Rest very indecisive. Posner slides it around to Dunnigan. We are back to 5-on-5 play. Jennings working deep. Going for a stretch pass. 1:24 remaining. Posner back behind the goal line as OCHC playing very conservative right now. Chipped up and out off the players, and they're saying it's tipped, and it's still in play. Jennings is going to go work back behind the goal line. The chip up around to the other winger, but Miller picks it off, flicks it up. It's in the neutral zone, but walk back in. Miller gets hooked, and they're going to say no. 50 seconds as the Gales try to tie this game up. Martin has it back behind the goal line, sends it back over to Miller. Miller to Dunnigan. Dunnigan gets picked off as he tried dumping it deep. Cash Johnson now in. 33 seconds. OCHE undefeated so far. Kelly unable to get to it. Loose in front. Shot. Kelly has it. 19 seconds left. Face off back in the Gales defensive zone. OCHE undefeated so far. Gales trying to get one more to give them a tie. Trying to make sure the other team has to earn their way in. Six seconds. And hook back deep. That's going to be game. And that's it. All right. Unfortunate for the Gales. Played a very strong game. Really, by the numbers, one of the stronger games against the OCHC team, which is known to be much better than the one played over the Thanksgiving break. The best competition this weekend, as the Gales get ready for more playoff. Sorry, not playoff. League. That is all we have next week, and then the following week we'll be playing Lutheran once more as part of league play, and then they will go head out to Anaheim that weekend, play some teams in Southern California. Games this upcoming Friday and the following Thursday will be streamed unless something changes. Until that time, have a good weekend. See you on Friday.